Hi, I'm Kathleen, and I'm out here hiking with Pots. This kind, not that kind. It's day 5 of 6. I have 15 miles to do in the next 2 days. Not entirely sure how I'm going to split them up. My campsite is about 6.5 miles down the road, but that's a pretty short day, and that would make for a long tomorrow, and it's supposed to be hot tomorrow. So my current plan is to get to my tent site, set up my tent, and then continue with my backpack because I'm counting miles with my backpack, and then do an extra like 2.5 miles so that tomorrow will be a really short day. I just saw my first rattlesnake. I've been watching really carefully for it. It flew off here to the right. I'm gonna like take my time in case it's still nearby. It definitely was not happy to see me. I'm gonna give it a wide berth here. Right down into those bushes right there. My goodness. Pretty. It's one of the more brown ones. Woo, alright, keep my eyes out. Hi, little dude. Much different terrain today, right on the edge of the desert. Mountains to the left, desert to the right. You really have to like watch vigilantly. You can't look away for 2 steps. Literally, if I had looked down for the 2 steps where that rattler was, I would have been right on it. Fortunately, it ran away. Often they're chill like that. They don't really want much to do with you, but if they're feeling scared, they'll get aggressive. I've seen, I don't know, a dozen or so in the last handful of years. Always gives you a little bit of a start. Part of the trail is definitely not for people with a fear of heights or vertigo. I've not been filming much because I need both my poles to stabilize. This is a little bit better of an edge. Taking a little break in the shade. There's not been much shade here yet today. There's a nice cool breeze, which is helpful. Yesterday, my pot symptoms were like high heart rate, out of breath, and today I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded. So I'm gonna stop and have some salty snacks. I can't take salt for another like hour or something. This is my view for my break. That was a nice like 15-minute break. I took some layers off, cooled down a bit, had some salty snacks, and I'm only half an hour for my salt break, so look, it's all my stuff. very short break to take salt to fish out my water and put my sun hoodie back on. I had soaked it in water this morning before I left camp, which was like the best decision I've made all day. It's pretty warm, but with it damp, the wind feels amazing. Anyway, got about 3 miles to the place that I'm going to camp, but I'm going to take an extra, like, I don't know, 2 to 3 mile side trail so I can get ahead of my mileage for tomorrow. See you later. Hey look, it's other people. A big downhill stretch here. Sorry, it's kind of bumpy. There's a flowing stream back there about a quarter mile. I saw all 4 people that I've seen today, one of whom I've been crisscrossing with all day. A couple of them we've gone back and forth a couple times. And the third guy, I was going to tell this story before. I think I'll wait until it's not windy. Sit tight for that story. So I've continued to feel a bit symptomatic for the last, I don't know, hour, half hour or so. So my solution was to eat some of my leftover salty pancake things that are made of pumpkin and sunflower seeds and ghee, and chug a bunch of water and keep walking. Anytime I stop, unless I'm sitting in the shade, I feel worse because the blood settles. Blood pools in my lower extremities. So I'm gonna push ahead here. My campsite is in about a mile. So it's my plan to stick my tent there to kind of claim my spot and then take a little break and then go hike for a few more miles with the rest of my stuff. So it, you know, still counts. But I really want the spot that's marked on far out. There's a couple of camp spots there. I'm hoping to get one that's not far from the junction to the Sunset Trailhead where my people are meeting me tonight. So far, all of my views have been off to the right. Now, this view is off to the left. So now I've got scenery on every side. It was a good idea to stop and take that water and snack. I feel a little bit more normal now. meeting my people today, but I'm going to go just a little further down the trail here to find my camp spot. Hopefully it won't be too windy. It's pretty windy right now. Well, the wind's died down a lot and it just got a lot hotter. I think I see campsites. This is the place. So that's not the place. There are spots for a bunch of tents down there, and it smells really strongly of this stuff, which I don't love. So I saw there's a spot a tenth of a mile up the hill, so I just came up to scout it without my pack. It's just a one-person spot. It looks perfect. So I'll get up and away from the people, and there'll still be people nearby, like if I need people. This is the most remote I've ever camped, so I'm excited about it. I'm also a little bit nervous, but I'm glad it's happening at the end of the week because I've had all that practice, you know, sleeping in the tent and all of the noises that come at night. Trail. This is where I'm set up. The ground is way too hard here for tent stakes, so fortunately people have left a collection of rocks behind these benches. This is where I'm going to get in a couple extra miles. Well, my support team met me for the night. Made my dinner, made my breakfast, promptly dropped my entire breakfast in the dirt. So, I have a pretty short day tomorrow. Have enough other food, it's just gonna be pushing it a bit. We went into town to buy ice to keep my food cold overnight, since my breakfast was ruined. So anyway, pulling into camp. As you see, I am completely by myself. It's pretty late in the season for PCTers, so there aren't too many people, but I'm here. I did 9.7 miles today, and I just have like 5 more to do tomorrow, which I'm going to try to knock out in the very early morning because it's gonna get hot. Well, I guess everything cannot go perfectly. So the food thing was pretty upsetting. What I have is a bag of ice and a baggie of ground beef. So that's my breakfast tomorrow. I do also have some like coconut chips. Gosh, my skin is so dry. Anyway, I tried really hard to not get sunburned. I got a little bit red today while I was wrestling with my tent the first time. I hear people. Mixed feelings.
Hi there, it's narrator Kathleen again. This video is me talking about my mixed feelings that some people pulled up to the campsite. They were nice and all, but a bit chatty. What I didn't remember to tell you was that it was way too windy at the other campsite where I first set up, and I ended up having to take my tent down and set it up again here. It wasn't my first choice, but here we are.
So I came up here where I was going to camp, but it was too windy. Just to brush my teeth, but honestly to get away from the folks down there, and I wanted to record a final few thoughts since this is my last night on trail. So most people, when they see me, they assume I'm a thru hiker. It's what most people with backpacks are doing. If it comes up in conversation, I tell them that I'm doing a section and leave it at that. But I've got a handful of folks staying at the same place as me tonight. And they're like, oh, you're doing a section hike. How far are you going? And when you say like 50 miles compared to 2,950, it just doesn't feel very far. So I gave them like the Cliff's Notes version of what I'm doing and why. And they were like, wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. I haven't really been emotional this week, but I don't know, the fact that it's the last night and that I only have 5 miles left to do this thing that I never thought I was gonna do. It's exciting, and I'm feeling, obviously I'm tired, right? So tired's gonna bring out the emotions, but I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really grateful for a lot of things and a lot of people. So yeah, I haven't told very many people that I'm doing this. So I don't know, I think I was just a little bit worried that I wasn't gonna be able to do it. Like that I'd start and not be able to finish. But tomorrow evening, folks will know. This is the first night that it's been nice enough to be out at sunset. It's been quite cold at night. So this is the first time I've been out, other than just brief outings. Honestly, I don't know how people can brush their teeth like that for 4 months, 5 months, like with just like bottled water. Like there's not enough water. I don't like it. Heading back to camp just one more time. I'm going to say it's been a good day, a long day. I did 9 miles, 9.7 miles actually. And I'll say goodnight. See you next time.